Hello, hello everyone. Welcome to Heal Your Heart, Heal Your Body with Marina Crispy. Today is episode 28 and day 21 of 50 podcasts in 60 days. So how many of you struggle with the weight of the world on your shoulders and you just carry it and carry it and carry it, and you never know when you're going to let it all go? Or you feel like every time you turn around, something else is going on. Or you're waking up really early in the morning, in the middle of the night, with stress and worry. Are you worrying about your job? Are you worrying about your family? Are you worrying about your children? Are you worrying about your health? Are you worrying about your finances? What are you worrying about? You know, with this day and age, I feel like with social media and the news 24/7, we never get away from stress. We never get away from stuff. We never get away from comparing ourselves to what they have and what we have, right? And we get caught up in the mix of it all because we are so stressed and driven now to have better than, or one up, or oh my gosh, did you see what so and so posted, or whatever that may be there and in your radar or in your thought process, right? So always when I'm stressing about things, I try to meditate, and most times I meditate and I just release it, or I write it down and I let it go, because no longer can I own it. We have to deal with it, but we don't have to let it make us sick, let it sit in us and burn a hole in our bellies, right? We have to release it and put it out here. But where is out here, right? That's what we look at. Like, where is out here? Where do we put it? I have a God jar, and it might be something that you may be interested in. I just took an old ball jar, jelly jar, soup jar, whatever you have, and I put my God jar. And when I'm stressed and when I'm overloaded and I just can't get my head above water and it's hard for me to breathe, I write it down and I put that in my God jar. I give it to God. So today's scripture is Matthew 11:28. Come unto me, all ye that labor and are heavy laden, and I will give you rest. So he's telling you, come to me with it. Come to me with your stuff. And I will comfort you. I will give you happiness. I will take it from you. I will bear the burden. Who never come to Christ, who never knew him nor receive him nor receive any spiritual benefit by him, nor is it a bare coming under the ordinance of Christ. So he's asking you, come to me and give it to me. And I will give you rest. The rest is grace. The rest is peace. The rest is being able to breathe. The rest is being able to sleep. The rest is he's got you. The rest is he's never going to leave you, and he's not going to make you go through this alone. The rest is you ask him and he's going to come to your rescue. The rest is he's already working on it. Why you sleep, why you go to work. As long as you believe and trust and receive him, he's got you. So many of us walk around thinking that we have to be super people, right? We have to be mom. We have to be dad. We need to be daughter. We need to be son. We need to be husband. We need to be wife. We need to be the employee or the entrepreneur. We need to have everything in order, and we need to do it all ourselves. Sorry about that. And not rely on anything. Sorry, I had to let the dogs out. And not to rely on anything or anyone other than us. Well, when we do that, don't we find more goes awry, more goes crazy? We get in our heads. We can't sleep. We can't eat. We can't function. Even when we're driving, we can't concentrate because we're thinking about X, Y, and Z. And we're so stressed about how is this going to work out. Instead of locking arms with God and saying, Father, I'm going to lay this at your feet. Show me, give me the wisdom, give me the knowledge, but please give me rest. Take it off of my shoulders so I can breathe. So I'm not short-tempered, so I'm not edgy, so I'm not miserable, so I'm not weepy, so I'm not cranky. Take it from me. And when he takes it from you, that's when you get that peace, his peace inside of you. That's when you can think clearly. That is when you can walk and breathe. That's when you can concentrate and focus on one thing. But that is when you have to surrender that you can do it all on your own. Because we can't. We can't do it on our own. As much as we want to, we can't do it on our own. I think this is another one for myself. Because I'm constantly trying to get this done, that done. How many of you have so many, spikes in the fire, right? So many things going at one time, and you can't juggle it all. So something's falling short. Your marriage is falling short. Your work is falling short. Your finances are falling short. All these things are falling short because you can't, on your own, do it without God stepping in and giving you a helping hand, without God stepping in and giving you the courage to let it rest and put it in his hands and let him get you through. Let him give you the clear vision. Let him take over in the driver's seat. But we as human, in our flesh, we feel that if we can't do it all, then who else is going to do it? Well, he is. That's what he's there for. Right? That's what he's there for. So he says, come unto me, all ye that labor and are heavy laden, and I will give you rest. So if you're weary and you can't just get that peace of mind and you feel you need to do it yourself, lay your burdens at his feet. Look to and lay hold by faith on his person, blood and righteousness. He sacrificed an awful lot for us to have what we have. He sacrificed an awful lot, his only son. The blood of Jesus is on our lives, right? So when you should enjoy the true spiritual consolation, which is his son on the cross for us to have freedom, for us to have grace, for us to be sin-free, for us to be healed, for us to have it all. We need to put down our pride, put our ego away, and lay it at his feet. Surrender it. Give him that burden. give him all that we can't do on our own. And whether we can do it on our own or not, we shouldn't. We shouldn't. He should be a part of all of it. Right? So that way we can have, instead of the worry, we can have peace. Instead of the stress, we can have happiness. Instead of unhappiness, we can have joy, his peace, his strength, his wisdom, his knowledge. He doesn't sleep. There's no time in the world of, in the heavens. There's no time. So he wants us to sleep. And while we're sleeping, he's getting a bunch of work done for us. We just need to believe that and trust it and know it. So he's calling you in Matthew 11:28. Come unto me, all that labor and heavy laden, and I will give you rest. To me, that is the most beautiful thing in the world. How many of us as parents always say to our kids, you can come to me for everything. And we want to fix everything for them, right? We want to fix everything for them. We want to give them the peace of mind. We want to give them rest. We want to give them all that we can. We want to take away their burdens. We want to take away their stress. We want to take their tests in high school and college. We want to do their thesis statements. We want to do it all, right? For them, because we know how exhausting and how tiring and how they lose sleep. We want to do all of that for them. How about if we look at God, our Father, as being who he is, that greatest parent in the whole entire universe, the greatest parent. He wants to do all of that for us. He wants to give us rest. He wants to give us peace. He wants to give us all that we want to give our children and more than what we want to give our children. So rest in him. Lay it at his feet. We tell our children, call on me. If you can't drive home, call me. I always tell my kids that. If you're going out with your friends and you can't get home in your own vehicle, you call me. I don't care what time it is. Or, God's telling us the same thing. If you have health issues and you don't know how you're going to get through it, call on me. Give it to me and I will give you rest. That's what he's saying. Almost what he wants to do more for us than we can even fathom about giving to our children here in the physical world. So allow him. Make your God jar. Get that ball jar out. Put God's name across it and start putting all your burdens in the jar. Lay it at his feet. Give it to him. Once you release it, you don't own it anymore. That doesn't mean you have to avoid it and you don't have to look at it. So that's not true. It's something I'm learning, right? But we need to release it enough that we can sleep at night and that we can still have peace in our heart and we know that he's working on it and we can trust that he is going to work it out for our greatest good. It's a promise. He told us that in the word, in his living word, that he's working it out in our greatest good. So whatever it is that we're going through, the struggles, the hardships, whatever it is that's happening right now in our lives, he's got it. He's got it. We never really know how he's going to work it out, but we'll take it, right? So today, friends, lay it at his feet. Think about how much you want to do for your children. and magnify it by 1,000 times of what he wants to do for us. So allow him. Come unto me. He's saying, come to me. Like we say to our children, come to me. With all your stuff, with all of it, and you are heavy laden, and I will give you rest. And he will give us rest. He will give us peace. He will give us joy. He will allow us to sleep at night because he's already taken care of it. So we have to believe in that, friends. We have to trust in him. So, as it says in Matthew 11:28, come unto me, those that labor and are heavy laden, and I will give you rest. Allow him to give you the rest. Allow him to do the work while you're sleeping. Allow him to give you the peace in your heart. Allow him to heal you. Allow him to free you. Allow him to allow you to live again. Until tomorrow, my friends, be well, be blessed, and thanks for hanging out with me. Really, really appreciate it, and I love your company. Thanks for hanging out with me. Take care. Be blessed. Until tomorrow. Love you.